Hey guys, welcome back to LS Vintage Design. I'm Lisa. How's everyone doing today? I hope you are having an amazing Monday. It is Monday, but mine is going well so far, so I hope yours is as well. It's a beautiful day, lots of sunshine. Can't ask for more than that. It's not too cold, not too hot. Basically perfect weather, which is kind of crazy in November. But I know some of you are having really cold weather, so I hope if you are staying warm. Today I thought we would talk about finding vintage and collectibles in the thrift store, because I happened to go to my local Goodwill this weekend and I found some really amazing vintage items. So I thought I would share and kind of tell you the secrets I use to locate these items, or where I look and where I find most of these, because it's not going to be where you think. So let's jump into this video. First, remember, vintage is not antique. Excuse me. You can find antiques in a thrift store as well. Grandma dies, parents, your mom and dad, or you don't have time to clean up their house, so everything just gets loaded up and delivered to your local thrift store. And there's nothing wrong with that. But keep your eyes open, because it does happen, and you can find really cool antique pieces. Not as often as you find vintage. Now remember, vintage is 25 years or older, and antiques are 100 years and older. But let me show you what I found. And I'll start with this, because it's not very pretty. It's not something most people would even want. But this is a picture, this is a painting from the 70s. And why I picked it up is, one, I'm going to do a video for you guys on Friday with this. But I'll give you time to go look, which is why I'm showing you the painting now. You can find old paintings from the 70s, 80s, 90s. And what you can do is take these from not, you don't like this, you don't want it in your house, to a modern piece of art that goes with your decor. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. So go look for these 70s, 80s, 90s paintings in your local thrift stores. Grab one and come back here on Friday. Okay? Now, what else I found is way more amazing. I found this awesome red canister set. It's gorgeous. The canisters with the lids are all here. Now, they are not all in perfect condition, but that's okay. It happens. These are, I know the brands, I can't remember, but these were very popular in the 50s. And if you just want to sit it out on your countertop, it looks amazing. You can't even, I'm going to show you where it's cracked. You can't tell if you don't know. But it is cracked right here. See, right there in this corner. But if you're just going to sit this out on a countertop and not put items in it, not put sugar, flour, you could use tea. I actually have a turquoise one, and I put tea bags in mine, in the coffee and the tea canisters, and I don't have anything in the flour and sugar. So that is always an option if you wanted to. Or you could put flour and sugar and just be very careful. I'll show you again the crack in just a second, now that I've gotten everything out of it. I did want to show you it is a full set. There are some staining, but it's really pretty. And if you collect vintage canisters, this would be awesome to add. I mean, So see, the graphics are really still wonderful on the tea and the coffee. They're a little worn on the flour and the sugar, but nothing, I mean, I've seen them way, way, way worse. There is some staining. But again, if you're not going to use it and the staining is inside the lids, it doesn't matter. Again, I did want to show you this crack, and I will list this on my, I will be listing this on my vintage website. So, see, there you can see the crack pretty good, how far down it goes. It goes to about right. So that one goes to about right there, and then there's one right here as well. There's two, like a whole little section could come out. I don't know if somebody glued it in. I don't see any glue in it, but you can, let's see it right there. I don't want to pull it because obviously it's plastic and you don't want to break it, but there's a crack right there. So there's two. There's one right here, and there's one right there. But if you're just using this for the aesthetic of it, it's gorgeous. And I would highly recommend grabbing it. That's why I got it at the thrift store. That's probably why it's in the thrift store and not in the antique mall, because it does have the crack on the sugar. But, I mean, all the lids are here. All the canisters are here. So you really can't, fault it. I'll be listing this on my website, on my vintage website. So you can definitely head over there and check it out. But this was not in the kitchen section. It was in the plastics where they have like the fake Tupperware and that kind of stuff. And I'm guessing because it's plastic, that's where it was put on a shelf. So if you're looking for canisters and like if they're metal, look where they keep the metals. If they're plastic, look where they, have the plastics, because that's where I found that gorgeous red canister set. Speaking of metals, I found this amazing mid-century modern ice bucket. It's got the penguins on it. All you're getting is a reflection, but it's got the penguins on it. And it is in excellent shape. I mean, there's a little wear on the handles and stuff, but, you could put a little, what is it? Wood love on it. What is it? Gold metal or something. Polish. Wood polish on it. But look, it's not rusted. It looks really clean inside. It's in excellent shape. This is, needs a little love with a wood care product. And it would look amazing with the holidays coming up. Especially if you're going to be hosting family, friends. This would be a great addition. And again, it wasn't in the kitchen. I don't even know if they knew what it was. It was in the metals, where they keep their metals. Now, another thing I found, I don't have it in here, but you've seen it multiple times, and it's on my website, is that sparkly Starbucks travel mug. That was up by the register, like somebody wanted to get it, then they didn't, and they just set it down. So as you're walking around, look, because people will pick stuff up and sit it around the store in different places because they decided they didn't want it. That's how I found the Starbucks sparkly silver tumbler. Lastly, I wanted to show you a holiday. And I'm going to talk about vintage holiday in an upcoming video, probably next week. But I wanted to show you this great little guy. This is a vintage light up Santa. And one way you know he's vintage is you look at the plugs. So when you see things like this and they have old plugs, you always want to probably change that out for safety's sake. But he's really cute. He's in great shape. I mean, he's worn a little, but I set him out on a table. I think he's adorable. So, and again, he was in like home decor. He wasn't in holiday. He was in home decor. Whether he was whether he was placed there by a customer or I don't know. So don't look where your brain's going to tell you it should be. Just look all over the store and dig and bend over and dig down, because you're going to find some gems. I mean, I would have never expected to find any of this in my local Goodwill, and I did. So I was like really excited. Like I said, Grandma probably passed away, or great-grandmother, and somebody cleaned out her house, didn't have time to hold an estate sale, didn't think they had anything to hold an estate sale with, didn't want to be bothered with a garage sale, donated it all. That's how it gets there. So definitely check out your thrift store for your vintage, whether it's vintage like mid-century modern, paintings like 70s, 80s, 90s, clothes. We all know clothes, but think home goods, holiday decor, kitchen stuff, because you are going to find some gems in there if you take the time to dig. So guys, I hope you liked my video. If you did, please be sure and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't yet, don't forget, hit that subscribe button with that little bell. We have a lot of awesome videos coming. We're going to talk about hosting for the holidays using vintage. And I'm going to talk more about decorating with vintage over the next few weeks. But on Friday, we will be transforming our ugly 70s painting into a modern masterpiece that will give you ideas how you can alter one to fit in your home decor. Bye, guys.